the hell is going on here? All right, let's get this thing in order. All right. And we are up and rolling. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Give me a second. I'm trying to catch up. I was in the front room doing something. You guys can hear me, right? Can you hear me? My mic should be on. Yeah, it's saying it's on, yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, you hear me. All right. And I think that is it. All right, let me find myself on YouTube. I got to go out and then go back in. All right, I think, let me see if my sound is up. Okay. I think the echoing when you set the thing off. All right. Okay, we got the live stream going. What's up, y'all? Y'all okay? Y'all ready to get crazy tonight? Like we always do? Bringing back some memories back in the day. Written in the stars, what up? Tony B in the next room. What's up, Tony? Tony just got in from work. Kim Lamote, what's happening? Hello, Steve in chat. Hello to you too as well. Raheem CMD representing stand up. Shout out Camden, New Jersey. Raheem, what up? Carl Major. Carl Major, Carl Major is the one that dropped the news. I reported the story, but about Antoine Massey getting arrested. That was Carl Major. You know, he from down there originally. So shout out Carl Major. That was all Carl Major's work. So I got to give him his props. Scott Silito, what up? What up, Marlon? Yolanda Causey, what up? Big Griff, what's happening? Noreen Mitchell, what's up? Valerie Humphrey. I'm trying to name everybody. Nadrina Chapman. And we got more people coming in. Shout out King Delight. Yo, everybody, if I didn't shout you out, man, shout out to the mods, shout out to the channel members, and shout out to everybody that's in here. But listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Arlen Stab, what's happening? I'm going to tell y'all about what happened to me this week. I had a rough week. Y'all didn't know it, but I did. Y'all noticed a couple of days I didn't upload a lot of videos. Kelly C, what's happening? Boo Banger, what up? Lacey Love 9, what up? One Sweet Georgia Peach, what's happening? So what happened was I've been looking to buy another car because I want to give my car, which I don't want to get rid of, to my son because he needs a car. So I've been car shopping. Now, car shopping ain't never been a tedious event to me, especially when you know what you want, right? Now, I'm a big fan of certain cars. Certain cars I like, you know, a lot of these newer cars I don't like. I like cars like, you know, if I'm a fan of the car or some of the features, so on and so forth. The car I was looking for was a 2009 Infiniti G37. I like that body style. I like how the car look. I like how it look when you fix it up, so on and so forth. A lot of young kids like these cars now, so they hard to get. I wound up finding two G37s that fit the specs that I wanted in, hey Peggy, in Houston where I was at, or in the Houston area, up to 100 miles. And both of them were stick shifts. Like I like stick shift cars. So I found them both. So I went and checked them both out. One of them wasn't even worth dealing with. And the other one I seen was the color I wanted and the same year and so on and so forth. So what happened, what wound up happening, and this is why I didn't upload everything. I'm going to tell you this story before we get into the other stories. I live in Houston. No offense to anybody that got a car lot, but from my experience, I don't deal with a lot of these low-level car lots where you go buy them. If anybody in Texas or Houston, they know what I'm talking about, especially in the Southwest side, where they have a whole bunch of different Latin America flags and African flag, all kind of stuff, like trying to welcome everybody. And I'm like, because I had bad experiences with those places. A lot of them do some shiesty business and they had you ready to go in their mouths. So I see this place and they got the flags up there. I'm like, damn, because like they took pictures of the car. Look at this crap. They catfished me. They showed pictures of the car, right? And the car was in the back of a Target, like where they took pictures in the back of a Target. And I was like, wait a minute. So I'm thinking it was an individual seller. And I'm like, I'm not going to get this guy the amount of money he want in no damn parking. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not going to do that transactional stuff. If it ain't from a dealership, I ain't messing with it. So come to find out it was at the dealership. I see it on Car Gurus. I call and talk about the car, right? The guy like, yeah, we a dealership. I just took pictures like that when I first got it. And, you know, I said, okay, go around there. I look at the car. Besides the car being a 2009, the car looked like, you know, it's from 2009. So anyway, right? I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, I can fix the tear and the leather in the seat. And you know, you go around the car and you're like, okay, this and that, this and that, this and that. So I just want to make sure the car run good and the car do what it's supposed to do for me to buy it, right? And it's reliable. So when I get the car, I go look at the car, right? They're like, yeah, first time I drove it earlier this month. Well, this month. Earlier this month when I first seen it. This one, I've been looking this long. So I go and test drive the car and it's loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the kids had the car, it's loud. It's loud. And I'm like, man, I'm going to have to put mufflers on this thing, change the mufflers, so on and so forth, right? Nothing different. So I drive the car and I'm like, okay. I said, if you got the car at the end of the month, around the 21st, I'll buy it. The weekend before last week, well, the week that just passed, I get a phone call. Hey, Mr. Steve, you still want the car? We got it. You know what I mean? It's the sales lady. She was trying to make a deal. So I said, okay. So I told him, I said, I'll buy the car for $5,000. This is what I tell him. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it cash, $5,000, right? I told him this. So the dude like, all right, bet. So I go back last Friday, right? Listen to this. I go back last Friday. They ain't called me to come get the car and all this. I go back last Friday. I go in there. I'm talking to the finance dude, right? The finance dude is talking to me and he's like, yeah, you know, you came back for the car. I remember you, this and that. Now, he seen I was on, I told him I was on YouTube and like he liked my channel and stuff, right? And I ain't gonna say his name, but shout out to him. He a cool dude. This ain't got nothing to do with you, bro, because you seen how mad I was. So this is, if you see this for your bitch ass owner that worked there and you tell him I said it and show it to his fucking ass too. And tell him he lucky his ass ain't come out. You know what? Let me get out. Let me get out of this. Let me get out of this because let me tell you what happened first. This is the bullshit you got to deal with sometimes. So last Friday, I go up in there. Happy as shit. I tell Tony, I say, yo, I need you to take off from work 2 hours early because you got to drive across town with me to get this car. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I need somebody to drive me back. She goes and puts in the thing and gets it all approved. So Monday, I'm supposed to pick this car up. Now, Friday, I'm in there with them and I'm talking to the guy and he's laughing. He's like, man, your videos are something else. I can't get enough of your stuff. Me and him talking, finance dude. So he says, yo, I said, well, what you need from me on Monday? I said, you want cash or a cashier's check? He's like, man, either way. He said, bring cash. I said, all right, cool. Right? And this is a real dealership. So come Monday, you could ask Tony. The whole weekend, I was like a little ass kid. I'm looking at YouTube videos on a G37, stuff I want to do with it. I'm like a little app man. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 dream cars that I wanted that I never had a chance to get, or I never really thought about, you know, got in position. One is a G37. So I'm like, this is like getting a dream car, right? Tony, come Monday, she like, damn, I'll be so glad you get this damn car. You know what I'm saying? You're like a little ass kid. She said, but that's good. You work hard for what you do, and it's good that it's coming to fruition. You get in the car. So I respect that. So zoom down there. I take the day off Monday. I didn't go to damn work. I had 2 jobs. I pushed them to Tuesday. I want this car bad. I can't wait to show my kids. They're going to be like, damn, Dad, you know how it is. Listen. I goes down there. I'm so fucking hyped. They open at 9. I'm there 8:15. I'm just sitting in the car looking at news articles to do on YouTube for y'all. You know what I'm saying? During the day, I'm like, oh, this is a good story to show, you know what I'm saying, on the channel. So I'm looking at these stuff. I'm going through my emails for 45 minutes. The dude comes up. He like, yo, what's up? The finance dude, right? He's like, you ready? I said, no, this is what I'm doing. I said, I'm going to come back. I said, around 3 o'clock, and I'm going to bring you everything you need. You know what I'm saying? So he like, all right, bet. Check this out. I should have knew some fugazi was happening. The female salesperson. Now, this lot is on the side of a street. Ain't nobody going back there to see this car in traffic. And where it was parked, nobody could see it. I get this letter from the female lady, the salesperson, Friday. Steve, it's strange. Ever since you came in here and looked at the car today, everybody been trying to come in and put in offers on the car. Yo, I say, but look, I get this message. They close at 6. I get this message 6:30 at night. The salesman that's supposed to be my salesman, I get this message 6:30 and I'm buying the car. The car's all but sold. But I'm like, that's strange. They're closed and I now get this, right? Then after that, oh, Mr. Bryant, don't give no deposit though. Don't leave a deposit on it. If a car is being sold, and I said this to Tony, I said something weird going on. If the car is being sold, right? Wouldn't you say, hey, Steve, come in here tomorrow and just put a deposit on. That saves you under the law of getting the car, you know, and so they can't sell the car because people are looking at the car. Why? Because Fridays and Saturdays are the biggest times in selling cars on a car lot. I know this. I used to sell cars. They don't know this. I know it. Watch this. I'm starting to get mad and shit. Monday comes, I go see the guy like, yo, you ready? Go in there. He start typing my name on the buyer's order, doing all of this stuff, right? So he says, okay, you all set? Tony's working, Tony's the insurance broker. She's working the insurance. It's cheaper than my car outside now. I'm like, bet. So she puts the car on my insurance, full coverage, right? And everything. Listen. Stephanie say, question, I thought membership was $5 a month. I'm being charged. I got to take a time out. Let me answer this. $6.45 per month. Can you help me? Can you give me any help? That's not me. That's something with the taxes or something with YouTube. That has nothing to do with me. We set our own prices of the memberships, and then whatever taxes they add to it, that's them. I have nothing to do with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back to this. So all of a sudden, right? I leave. Get home around 10 o'clock. I drop 2 videos for y'all. Around 1 o'clock, I get this phone call. Steve, we not going to be able to do the deal. I said, why? The owner sold it. I said, he sold it? He sold it over the weekend. Now I'm going to show you something. Motherfuckers think I'm stupid. This is why I get angry. Like, this is how you get hands put on you. And this is why in videos, when people get fucked up, sometimes you got to lay hands. People will play you the fuck out. Now watch this. I was just over there. If the car was sold over the weekend, you was on the phone with the owner, right? Supposedly, you was on the phone with the owner, and he was telling you all the stuff, where to find the VIN number to give me the car, right? So when he said that, I said, oh, okay. I said, bro, I said, I went and spent money to get this thing on my, you know what I'm saying? Steve, I'm sorry. I'm telling you what he told me. Always that runaround shit. So I know it's not him. So I'm like, all right, bro. I hang the phone. I was in here in the room right here. I was waiting for that second video to load up. This is what happened. I put the phone down. I swear to God. I put the phone down. I sat here for a second. I took my hand and I just pushed all this shit off my desk like, because I wanted the car. And as I'm doing it, something says, Steve, what the fuck is you doing? It's only a car. You don't need it. You just wanted it. So now I start picking this shit up. But I text Tony and I said, call me ASAP. She said, what's wrong? You okay? I said, no. She calls. I said, yo, cancel that insurance. They fucked me over with this damn car. Right? Yo. I can't let the shit go. The shit is bothering me. I'm in here so mad, right? That I keep thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting madder and madder. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go over there and just fuck these motherfuckers. I just smack the shit. Somebody getting fucked up. I'm getting hot. I mean, I can't believe this is going on. Who do you think you fucking with? I get like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you got to do that to me? I'm the wrong one to do that shit to because I'm not going to play with you. So I'm like, these motherfuckers have seen my videos. And I'm like, they see in my videos that I talk about people doing bullshit. And I'm like, why? I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm like, who am I mad at? Am I mad at the finance? I'm not, it's not his fault. So anyway, I'm just sitting here and I'm getting madder and madder and madder, right? So Tony's trying to call me. I'm not answering the fucking phone. I said, I got to go for a drive. She already know what that means. She blowing the phone up. Steve, I swear to God, she leaving a message. I swear to God, if you fucking, Steve, please call me. I put my shoes on. I go get my keys. I go downstairs, right? And I'm like, damn, I forgot my cigarettes. I go back upstairs. I come back in here and I sit back down and I'm thinking. And then I started thinking about all of y'all. And I started thinking about you two. And I started thinking about Tegan. I was like, you know what? My head started like hurting. You ever get so mad you get that headache right here, like in the front? I said, you know what? I don't even feel like doing nothing. And I just ain't making no more videos. I went and laid down in the room. I just went and laid down. Tony came home, I was in the bed. You know what I'm saying? I called King. And I think I talked to Jess. Jess had called me. Written in Stars had called me. And I was telling them about that shit. I'm like, these motherfuckers. You know, and I just laid down the rest of the damn day. And I was like, yo, this is bullshit. I said, I had cash money. And you like, so this was the guy tell me. He sold it for $12,000. Now, hear me out. This was the game. They seen I was on YouTube. They seen I really wanted the car, right? And this is the part I didn't tell you. Monday when I went back, what made me mad was I drove the car and I looked at it, but I didn't really look at it, right? Because I was debating on whether I was going to get it or not. I go back. I knew the car was in good shape. I lift up the hood and I look at everything. Motherfucking car got, whoever had the car, you could tell a young boy had it, but they put all these aftermarket shit, cold air intake. It had chrome all under it like a show car. Like one of them cars. I said, what the hell? All it need is a brush up paint job. It had all the shit. Then it had two turbos in the back. I said, yo, I said, and the guy was like, man, we ain't really looked at it. It just came in as a trade and it just been back here. We ain't really got no guy to look at. Soon as I opened the thing and I seen it, my eyes started looking. I'm calculating shit because I know what parts go on the car. I closed the hood. I said, yeah, I'll get it. And I think they went back there and looked at the car and then got online, because you know you can take pictures of things now. A lot of y'all can do this on your phones. I can do it on my Android. You can take pictures of something and then hold the picture and it appear on the internet and show you how much each part is cost. You can't charge money for aftermarket stuff for a commercial thing, you dumbass. So what they did, they calculated the shit. The car was worth about $13,000 because it had like $8,000 in upgrades on it. These motherfuckers try to raise the price, but they say somebody bought the car. They try to raise the price, so I come in there. Oh, somebody paid $12,000. Oh, I paid $13,000, and they'll make money off the after. They think they try to get slick. So I didn't figure it out until today. It was just like every day, like for a couple of minutes, I'll think about that shit. So I'm like, okay. So today I worked this morning, I was in that area. I said, let me just drive by and see if the car is still there, because something don't sound right. So it's about 9 o'clock. Drive up there, in fact, 9:15, all the people's cars was out there. I pull up there and I go in the thing. The car sitting right the fuck back there. I said, you said you sold the car for $12,000, $13,000 or $12,000. Why is it still here? How many of y'all give somebody $12,000 and have a car sitting in a parking lot for a week? Think I'm stupid. I rolls up in there. Hey, man, I'm pulling up. This is when you know it's the bullshit. When I pulled up and was walking in the thing, it's a trailer back there. As I'm walking, you know, sales people come out and greet you. Who come out and greet me? The finance dude. Hey, Steve. Hey. He immediately looked over there like, hey, Steve. I said, yo, what the fuck is that? Because now I don't want the car. He don't even know I don't want the car now. But, you know, one of the things that made me mad with this, y'all, is this. Remember I told you those places where the flags be around, they be on that bullshit, right? I left Monday and I was like, damn, man, I judged this place prematurely. They did me right, man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel good, man. I feel good that I didn't judge them. And boom, 2 hours later, dick in the ass. Boy, that shit had me hot because I got mad at myself because I looked like a fucking fool for falling for the bullshit and believing that something was going to turn out right. So anyway, I say to him, I say, hey, man, what the fuck is that? I said, what is that? Right? And watch this. He looked back there. He see the car. Like, I saw the car. What's going on? He said, hey. So he walks up on me and he does like this and he cuts his eye to the trailer, but he do his hands like this. This is why I respect him. He said, Steve, listen. He said, don't say nothing. He said, this is why. He said, the owner don't want to sell you the car. I said, why? He said, he just don't want to sell you the car. I said, why he don't want to sell me the car? I said, he don't want to sell the car. He wants to sell it to you. He said, you. He a fat dude, so he talking with his hands in front of the guy can't see. He said, Steve, he don't want to sell you the car. Listen to this, y'all. The owner's an Indian dude, probably my age. I said, why he don't want to sell me the car? He said, Steve, and I want y'all to listen to this. He said, Steve, he saw your videos because I was watching them in the thing and I was telling him about you. And he was like, he do not like you. He saw your videos. He was like, he don't like you at all. Remember the video I did? I said, well, what video did he see? Remember the video I did where it was a police video and it was an Indian dude that jumped off the fucking part of the ceiling was trying to fight the cop? Remember? And I was like, damn, that's the first time I seen the Indian thug. You know what I'm saying? He saw that and got offended. He got offended. He said he ain't want to sell me the car. Soon as I heard that, I swear to God, my shit was like the shock emoji. The top of my head blew off. It was a nuclear mushroom cloud coming out. I said, what? I said, man, and I took my hat off like this, right? And I took my head off and I just did like this. I cut my eye. I hate bitch assness. This the shit that set me off. I cut my eye when I did like this. I cut my eye and I looked at the window He was in the window like this, looking mean. Indian dude, he looking mean at me. He got the shade, like, you know, you twist the thing and it open up. He looking between the thing. I can see the sun shining on him. I can see his whole body. That dumbass, stupid, short sleeve shirt on, yellow shirt with the dumbass tie all the way down past his belt. He looking mean. He gonna close the window. Boy, that shit set me the fuck off. I said, come here. Yo, nah. I start. Niggeroni and cheese came out. I'm keeping it real. I'm telling you. Fuck that. You not gonna do. First of all, you ain't gotta sell me the fucking car. Fuck this raggedy ass car. But you're not gonna sit up there, give me the mean look like you handling shit while this white dude talking to me, and then your punk ass sitting back there. Like, if I go in there and stab you in your fucking neck right now, he not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was hot, so I said, nah. So I'm going to grab him. I mean, I'm trying to go up in the trailer. He like, Steve, the way he grabbed me was hard as fuck. Like, Steve, I'm telling you. He was like, Steve, he will call the cops. He's done it before. Steve, he will lock you up today. Stop, please, Steve. Steve, stop. I'm standing there. Listen, I was so mad. Sweat drops was coming down the back of my fucking neck, like running. My whole shirt was wet in like 5 minutes. I'm like, yo, I'm like, now, my main thing was be a man and tell me to my face you don't want to sell me the car. I'm not going to fuck you up or try to punch you or nothing. I'm a business owner too. You don't like nothing. My man, you could talk to me. Hey, I don't want to sell you the car. That's cool, bro. That's cool. Don't worry about it. It didn't help that I wrote them a nasty review too, but fuck it. That was my right. So anyway, he ain't selling the car. I left. I was so mad, right? He got a M8 out there, a BMW M8, and he knows I fucking did it because I know his bitch ass was watching me drive away. Part of the parking lot where he was at has mud in it and like these little potholes and piles. I got near his car because it was a pothole right next to the car, about 10 feet away from the car. I got to near his car and I drove up in that little ditch part and I just put it in, you know what I'm saying, neutral, and I just ran my RPMs up and I just dropped it and just spit all this mud on his fucking car and then took off and I came with a finger and I left. That's all I could do. I felt like a bitch. That's all I could do. I wanted to smack the shit out of him, but he wouldn't come out the trailer. So I had to get my get back. But anyway, man, I can't fuck with that. I'll buy a car next month. I got the Stephen Stearns thing coming up. I ain't got the time to do that stuff. But man, people will play you out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that you was acting like a bitch and you was hiding behind this man that works for you, yo, stand on your word and say, hey, I don't want to sell you the car because I don't like your YouTube channel. I never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's that thing. Damn, it's 30 minutes past already. Look, this is going to be a long live. Y'all got time or what? Let's get in these stories. I was rambling too much. But anyway, I ain't in jail and gotta provide shit. Fuck that dude. I hope you see this. You know what I'm saying? God, man, I want to go over there right now. All right, listen. We're going to talk about parenting. A lot of y'all older than me, so y'all know parenting is different than it was. All these stories I've been doing, man, parents, I don't think it was discrimination. He just hated me. That's cool. But if you look at parenting now, right, I'm gonna show you a big difference in parenting. One of my ex-wives had a son, right, and he would get in trouble. And she would always protect him when I would say, yo, he need his ass beat. I would never beat his ass, he ain't my kid, but I'm like, yo, he needs his ass beat. What she would do is, I'm like, yo, I just seen him do something. My wife at that time would come up and ask him multiple questions, like it was multiple choice. Why did you do that? Were you tired? Were you sleepy? Did you not want to? Who the fuck does that? This motherfucker just did some slick ass shit, bust his ass. You know what I'm saying? I can't, it's like, yo, the way parent, he could stay up late as he wanted. 12 years old, stay up late as he wanted. Sometimes motherfucker wouldn't go to school. He would lay in the bed all day, not get up or nothing. She thinking he had school. He upstairs. One time I came home, this motherfucker come and put his clothes on, right? Mom had just left the house. I'm in the house. He don't know. She left the house because she told him, hey, I'm going to leave at 3 something. He get home at 3. So what he did was he stayed in the house. And when she left, he just walked around the house, played video games, ate food, and never went to school. I'm like, how is the school not calling? Then what he did was when he heard me in the house, right? He runs around and puts his clothes on and then tries to sneak downstairs and act like he just came in the house. I caught him. I said, yo, you know you're going to get fucked up, right? What the fuck is wrong with you? I said, I'm going to tell your mom. She came home, you know what she did? Why didn't you go to school? Why, it don't fucking matter why he didn't go to school. He just pulled some slick ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, she would never do nothing about it. This motherfucker like 20 something years old. He's still in the house right now. You know what I'm saying? Never fucking experienced life or nothing. Ain't that some shit? It's crazy. I'm like, yo, you'll be surprised of how busting somebody ass will make them do right. You don't see that nowadays. You don't, man. Parenting is just all fucked up. Like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. We're gonna get these stories right now. Show of hands, and I want y'all to be honest. Show of hands. How many of y'all got your ass beat for not eating your food? Show it right now. How many people? Put your hands up. If you got your ass beat for not finishing your plate or not eating your food, put it up there. Natasha Monique said, yeah, Miss Minnie, yup. Yup. See? You put that shit up there, you do that shit now with kids, they be like, what? What are you talking about? I don't have to eat what I want to eat. It. How about talking back? How about sucking your teeth? Remember sucking your teeth? That shit'll get your shits extracted like a dentist. Remember rolling your eyes? Roll your eyes at your mom. Man, that'd be a death sentence. You would die right there. You know what I'm saying? You listen, you would get a beat down in the store and people would be like, why are you beating that kid like that? And then somebody would say, he or she rolled his eyes at the mom. Oh, I'm sorry. Carry on, and then walk off. Yo, smacking your lips. Yup. Get you knocked lopsided. Remember on cartoons back in the day when somebody would get hit with something and both eyes would go on one socket and they got to knock it back? That's how it used to be. They used to put hands on you. Trust me, I know. I used to get my shit bust all the time. Y'all know. John Wash, my granddad, ain't play that shit. And speaking of that, reason why I brought up food, I got some stories up here, and y'all can thank Tony for this because she be picking my brain and making this shit come back up. I'm going to tell y'all this story, man. This shit is crazy as hell. I'm lucky to be alive. And a lot of times it ain't from the ass whipping, it's from the lesson I'm taught from being greedy or being smart. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this first story is about cheese. Now I'm going to tell you something. I told y'all before, you know, my grandfather was in the military and, you know, like he was retired. But we would go food shopping on McGuire Air Force Base, Fort Dix, New Jersey, right? So he got crazy discounts. So we would have like 2 and 3 carts of food. Like we all would get a cart. Like I could get my own shit. I used to watch a lot of cooking shows, right? And I used to watch this show called The Frugal Gourmet with this bald-headed dude with like wavy hair, white dude, right? He used to make all this stuff and he would talk about cuisine from France and all this shit, right? So I seen the episode the day before. So now I'm thinking about, oh, I'm gonna make what he make. Now I don't cook, but I'm saying make what he make, meaning I'll get the food and Bunny and make it the way he makes it, because I didn't know nothing about cooking. I was a little kid. I thought everybody cooked the same. When you see somebody cooking on TV, a chef or whatever, and a recipe, all of a sudden your parents can magically do it. I'm in the hood. I got black parents, grandparents. They make soul food. They don't make no shit from Gay Paris. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, look, he has this thing and he's like, you get goat cheese and you have to put the goat cheese on this and the goat cheese on that. I'm a little kid. I'm sitting there. Goat cheese? Damn, if cow cheese is good, goat cheese got to be real good. He's like, yes, it has a very good flavor. And oh, I love goat cheese. So I'm like, damn, I'm going to try goat cheese. I goes to the goddamn thing, man. I walk right up to the man. Sir, in the meat aisle, do y'all have goat cheese? The dude was like, yeah. And he looked at me like, yeah, black. He's like, what the fuck you need that for? And I'm looking at him, you know, I'm thinking he like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I know what I'm talking about. So the guy was like, yeah, it's right there. I goes over there, I see a little goat. It was like a white goat on a mountain and shit. I'm thinking the mountain is from Paris and shit. I'm like, oh damn, that's the real stuff from Paris. The goat is on the mountain, because you know, like they said they had the Alps and the Swiss Alps and all that shit. I don't know shit. I seen the white goat on the mountain. I knew the cheese was good. It was in a ball and shit. Look, I go and get this goat cheese. I throws it in the cart. We get up front. Now I'm gonna tell you something. When I had something I really wanted, Bunny would hide it up under the cart, under the other stuff, because John Wash would stand there, and as the stuff is getting ran, he's watching it and he's watching the price. So Bunny would like put stuff up there, and if he's seen me grab something and throw up there, he knows, because your parents know you. They know what you're going to eat and what you're not going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Here come the ball of goat cheese. It flies up there. Man, it goes up there on the fucking thing, right? John Wash, hey, Bunny, hey, that's mine, Johnny. That's mine. Bunny, you ain't never ate no damn goat cheese. Bunny, Johnny, it's mine. I'm standing there. He immediately looked at me, because he already know. You know your kids. So we sitting there. We get outside. I'm supposed to be putting the damn bags in the thing. I'm looking for the goat cheese, because I can't wait to taste this shit. I got to taste the goat cheese so I can go back to the hood and be like, yo, y'all don't know nothing about goat cheese. You eat the goat cheese, yo. It's good as hell. It's from France. And everybody like, you ain't never ate no goat cheese. Nah, go sneak in the house and come out with the goat cheese and share it with them. That's what my thing was. So I got the goat cheese. I, like a dumbass, instead of leaving it in the bag and put the bags in the trunk, I'm looking for the goat cheese. John Wash hiding like the trunk up. But John Wash cutting and looking at me. Bunny like, Stevie, hurry up and get it. Get it. Don't let him see you eating it in the back. Oh my God. Now John Wash seen that Bunny and me was plotting against him, and Bunny had my back and lying to him about the goat cheese. We get in the car. The goat cheese is in plastic, and it's shrink wrap plastic. So I'm trying to get the damn goat cheeses making all this noise. John Wash, what you back there eating, Stevie? Oh, my candy. Now, I done lied twice in 20 minutes. John Wash pulled over. This is when they used to have golf. Remember golf gas station? They say golf up there. It was orange, it was like a sun. He pulled in the golf station. Stevie, you want a soda? You want an orange crush? I say, yeah. Come out and get it. This is when they had the long necks where like you get the soda out the machine, and then you got to put the, pop the top and that little bottle cap opener. Like a dumbass, I falls for it. Yeah. Get out. Go on and get it. As he puts the machine and it comes down and go to get it, look how intimidating men used to be and how real they was. This is the realest shit my granddad did that I can remember when I was young, thinking back. Bunny's in the car, ain't paying attention. He done took me out the car, got me hyped, like he doing something, me a favor, getting me a soda, a cold soda. I goes to get the soda, right? His hand came big as hell and just grabbed it. He just leaned in my ear, gangster as hell. He said, when you get in that car, he said, you're not going to say nothing. You're going to eat that goat cheese. You're going to eat all of it. You got, and then he looked at his watch. 35, 40 minutes before we get to the house. You lied, Stevie. You lied. He said, you eat that goat cheese, or by the time you get home, I'm going to tear all the skin off your butt. You hear me? And he let me go. He said, now open your soda and drink it. Turn me around. Double tap me on the back, that double tap shit. Double tap me on the back. I look worried as hell. Get in the car. And as we walking, he said, that's why I got you the soda. You're going to drink the soda because that cheese is going to make your throat dry, and you better eat all of that shit. Like, he doesn't say shit, he says C-H-I-T. All that shit. Oh my God. The race is on. We get in the car. Bunny's like, what was you talking about? Because I got this sad face and I'm trying to get Bunny to look at me, to rescue me and ask what's going on, but she ain't paying attention. looking sad. He turned my head because he already know my game. The fuck in the car. He pushed me in the car. There I am in the corner. There I am. I'm trying to get the shrink wrap goat cheese out. The shit all stupid and shit. It ain't acting right. It flies up my hand and it bounces off my leg. I'm trying to grab it. It gets on the ground. Now we got sticks and twigs from all the feet and all the kids back there. I picked it up. I looked at it. He said, right in the mirror. I tried to show it to him because it had dirt on it. I was like, it's lit. I was like, he did just like this. Sorry, Bunny. And he just stared at me for like 10 seconds. She was like, what? What did he do? What did he do? What's going on? Nothing. And he started driving and he cut his eye. Man, yo, y'all remember back in the day, you get them looks? You know what that shit mean. You know how they had sign language? I learned eye language. That shit, man, that shit, and he mean everything he say. I can't, the cheese has oil on it. So I can't get the pieces of lint and hair and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just nasty shit. It's twig. I start biting the shit like an apple. I bit it. It was bitter as fuck. Oh my, it was nothing but the size of a tennis ball. But it had like these nuts around it, but they're like cashews or like almonds, like, you ever see that cheese, they roll it in like nuts or some shit? The reason why I picked that is because it had the white goat on the mountain, and the one he had the pecans on it or whatever them nuts is. So I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I got to bite this shit. It got hair on it. I keep licking my tongue out. I put it in my man. He said, Stevie, if you ever do that again, I'm going to pull this car over and I'm going to beat you behind. You hear me? Bunny ain't paying no mind. I'm going to show you how smart my granddad is. Bunny, you want some scratch-offs? You know, he don't like Bunny gambling. Remember? Bunny ain't get in trouble with the scratch-offs. He brought Bunny scratch-offs in a store so Bunny would be preoccupied with the scratch-offs while I'm getting intimidated with the eyes in the back seat. Man, I was eating that salty shit hit the back of my throat. Yo, word is born. I couldn't bring that shit down. I was like it wouldn't go past like my epiglottis or whatever the fuck that shit is. I couldn't take it. It was bad. Every time I drank, I swallowed a piece of it. It was like 10 teaspoons of ocean water. It was bad. It was real salty and bitter. So I get half of it down. I'm sweating profusely. I probably was Tegan's age, 9 years old. I'll never get that shit. He was like, one more piece. One more piece. We get to Sentiments in New Jersey. That's about 15 minutes from the house. Because I just chilled for 20 minutes. Trying to take time out because that shit was salty as hell. My mouth was salivating. I was trying to throw it up. It was bad. Look, I started gagging that shit, getting it down. I got it all the way down. And I avoided getting my ass beat. But I ain't eat goat cheese till like I was probably like in my 40s again. I'm like, oh yeah, it tastes pretty good now. I had PTSD from goat cheese. I did not want to see that shit. Anything that looked exotic or had the French flag, I would turn my face when I seen it. I don't want to fuck with it. I stopped eating croissants and everything. Y'all remember it used to be a place where they would sell croissants, and it was like a fast food place. It had a French flag on it and shit. And like you could go and get the butter croissants. I would never eat that shit because I was fucked up. I was like, I don't want to touch nothing France. I hate France. I hate their food. I don't want nothing to do with France. Yo, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I learned my lesson. Now I eat all kind of food now because I'm older and like my palate didn't repair itself. But man, goat cheese, man. Yeah, you're right. It's an acquired taste. That shit right there. I mean, and I was like, damn. And I'm, you know, when you're a kid, you stupid. You never catch on. Stop getting stuff you see other people eating and think you're going to like it. You know what I mean? So that was the goat cheese story. I survived. I didn't get my ass beat. But this story right here, right? This right here is by my brother. Look. I told you, John Watts from Tampa, Florida. Shout out Tampa, right? Now, every time we would go to Tampa, Florida, John Watts would go to this barbecue spot. And I remember this barbecue spot because he would go, it was always in the hood, number one. And they had yellow industrial lights in there. Like a yellow, not the orange, and they were like yellow industrial lights. And I thought that was the weirdest thing. And like it smelled like barbecue. I mean, it was a barbecue place, but it was like a mom and pop type. It'd been there for years and years and years. John Walsh remembered it. So anyway, we go in there, right? So when we go in there and we go and I got my second oldest brother. I got him with me, and then my younger brother wasn't with us on vacation this time. So it was me, my brother, Bunny, and John Wash, right? My younger brother. My younger brother is one of those, he wasn't raised with me. He was raised with my mom, who lived down the street from me. I lived with John Wash, and actually my brothers lived down the street. So a lot of the shit John Wash would do, my brother wouldn't be there. He'd be down the street with my mom because she remarried and had kids. So, that's my stepdad's kids. So they'd be down there, right? My brother don't eat certain foods. He had a very particular palate. He didn't eat beans. He didn't eat this. Now, Bunny didn't say nothing about it. Hey, you don't want to eat it. That's on him. He don't have to eat at my house. He eat at his mom's house. John Wash, one of them people where if food is on your plate, even if you don't like it, act like you do and put it in your goddamn mouth. That's how my granddad was. My granddad was a mess. You know what I'm saying? We get out to Tampa. Now, I'm 4 years older than my brother. I probably at this time am like 14, so my brother's like 10. I'm at the age now where I don't get my ass beat no more. I just get yelled at. So we get in there. They got these baked beans, like barbecue beans. They smelling good too. I'm like, yo, I want some of them beans. This is my brother. He know he don't eat no beans. I want some beans too. I said, you don't even eat no beans. You older brother, younger brother, you get back and forth. Yes, I do. I said, you don't eat no beans. I said, Mom, I was talking to Bunny. I said, Mom, when the last time he eat beans? He ain't never eat no beans. He was like, nah, I do. John Wash, hear us arguing. John Wash, come up. All right, there. He say, I ain't gonna say my brother's name. He's like, all right, Dad, such and such. What do you want? Now, you know how like they eat the styrofoam compartments where like you can put the food that you want. I got a couple of ribs, a piece of barbecue chicken, and like some, I hated potato salad back in the day. So I got beans instead of potato salad. This is my brother. Oh, God, this make me mad. Like, you have rivalries with your brothers and stuff when you young. They do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I want beans too. And he looked at me. I was like, why you get beans? Because I got beans. He gonna do this shit. This shit made me want to fucking fight. He was like, that tongue shit. I was like, all right. Because I kept looking at John. I was like, you look, I can't get you. You know what I'm saying? So now he got the beans. We go out. Go somewhere, John Wash. Let's go to the park and eat like a picnic. Bunny with us. Everybody got their food. Going out there. John Wash like potato salad king. So John Wash had potato salad and he had a whole bunch of food. So John Wash sitting on the grass. We ain't got no blanket. We just out there like hippies. We in the grass. And I'm sitting there. I always try to get where ain't no bugs at and shit. So I'm over there near a tree. And I'm eating my food. My brother trying to come near me. I'm getting mad. I ain't say get the fuck away from me. I'm like, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Get away from me. I don't want you near me because you always trying to copy my style and you don't even know. Watch this. Bunny say, he can sit by you. I get mad. He gonna do the tongue thing again. Do that shit had me hot. So now I'm eating. I'm like, God, fuck it. I'm eating, right? All of a sudden, he eating, but I don't see the beans going down. Now, he ain't even taste the beans. I'm eating the beans, and the beans got a little bit of spice to them. So I'm like, damn, these beans hot. You know what I'm saying? So I eat all the beans up, and John Wash spent like $40 on that barbecue. Back then, that was a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? The feed on it was like $40. So my brother, I'm done. I closed my stuff up. Because like with John Wash, we had to show our food when we got done. He said, ain't no bugs by the tree. It was bugs, but I mean, I'm talking about flies. So anyway, right? I opened mine. John Wash, left a little bit of meat on the bone. So I just bite the meat. He looked very good. Throw it away. John Wash think he's slick. He sit by the 50-gallon drum with the trash can. He gonna sit by that so nobody can sneak and throw the shit away because he know Bunny be shooting his bail, right? Listen. I'm done. John Wash. Yeah, such and such, talking to my brother. hurry up and play. Hurry up and go so you can play on the swings with Stevie and go over there and play before we leave out of here. Come on, eat your food. My brother stupid as hell. He got styrofoam shit. He's sitting there. Bunny like, eat a little bit of that. Just eat a little bit. You know he gonna get mad. My brother crybaby. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. He start that crying shit. John Watts, hey, get over here near me. Johnny, I got it. Leave him alone. Bunny shooting him bail. He like, oh. You know what I'm saying? But John Watts can't do nothing when Bunny on the walk. When Bunny start protecting you, John Watts can't do nothing. My granddad. So watch this. My brother, he's sitting there and he bullshitting with it. Putting one piece of bean on his mouth. Can I stop now? John Watts watching, but he ain't saying nothing because my brother young. He ain't saying nothing. But he getting mad. I know John Watts because he do this thing where he be like, he keep doing like this. And he look, and then he'll do like this again. His eyes get meaner and he start getting redder. And then he do this shit. That's your warning. He's letting you know you about to get fucked up. You say. And he start doing his eyes like this. Bunny start laughing. You better eat that food, such and such. You see what Johnny's doing? He paid money for this. All you hear was 43 goddamn dollars. Little kids don't know the value of money. Why you gotta bring that shit up? 2 beans on the spoon. He stuck his tongue out like it and licked the beans. What y'all think happened? My motherfucking granddad lost his shit. He jumped up off the ground so fast, one of his dress socks. Remember I said he used to wear the shorts with dress socks? He jumped up so fast, he kicked his feet. One of his dress shoes hit the dress sock. And John Watts ain't wearing no lotion, so he had ashy legs. So you know when you scratch yourself, it make that white mark? He kicked his feet, and like one of his feet hit against his skin, and it was just a big long white streak with a dress shoe. And he got up, and one dress sock was down, the other was like, he pulled his belt up and beat the shit out of my brother in the fucking park. And the part that's fucked up is this. When he was beating him with the belt, Buddy started laughing because when my brother did weird shit when he got beat. I ain't never seen no shit like this. He got beat and he started moving like a crab and shit. He was like trying to eat the beans and shit while he was getting beat like a dog. He was eating the beans out the beans was all on his fucking face and shit. I never forget that shit. He was doing a crab and shit with fucking beans on his fucking face. And he was screaming with the beans in his mouth. I'm eating them. I'm eating them. That motherfucker was moving. Oh, shit, I'm crying. Oh my God, yo, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Yo, man, I had a crazy life, man. Yo, shout out John Watts, man. I love my granddad, man. I'm glad. I got my ass beat, but I ain't never got beat like that. That motherfucker started doing animal shit. He got a car. We got in that hotel that night. My brother, he said, "What do you kids want to eat?" My brother said, "Nothing." We went to KFC. But he was like, we'll get the Colonel's bucket and shit. My brother was like, he leaned up in the back and my grandma's ear behind the seat. He was looking at my granddad. Mom doesn't have beans. I don't want any beans. Please, no more beans. I ain't no beans. He told me the size. He didn't want no beans. He didn't even want to see the beans, yo. Oh my God, y'all motherfuckers got me in here crying and shit. Yo, he didn't want to see no beans. He beat the shit out of my brother. And that's what he get. You know what I'm saying? I told you not to get that shit. You should have got the potato salad. You don't listen. You think you try to copy off me all the time. That'll learn you. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I need to drink something. Y'all making me lose my voice in here. Hold on. I got to do the pinky. I'm going to tell you another story. I got fucked up bad, and I think I deserved it in this. Okay. Do y'all remember, y'all know Red Lobster, right? Red Lobster closing down now, but y'all remember Red Lobster. Do y'all remember who Red Lobster's competition was back in the day? See if you can put it up there. Who was Red Lobster's competition? What restaurant was Red Lobster's competition back in the day? Nope, no Long John Silver's. Nope. I'm gonna see if y'all know. In fact, I'll make it interesting. If you can tell me who Red Lobster's chief competition was, no, hell no, y'all gonna look on the internet. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all remember, I said Ponderosa. Y'all remember Seafood Shanty? Remember that shit, Seafood Shanty? Not Boston Lobster Feast. Nah, I ain't never heard of that. Not Olive Garden either. Well, Olive Garden, they're not really competitors. Seafood Shanty was the, well, on the East Coast it was. Seafood Shanty was a place like Red Lobster, and they would compete. They was like competitors. Seafood Shanty had commercials just like Red Lobster, and I think Red Lobster wound up buying them and then turning all the Seafood Shanties into Red Lobsters. But yeah, Seafood Shanty was the thing. So Seafood Shanty is in Jersey, right? So I can't remember what happened, but my mom had played the lottery with Bunny. Both her and Bunny played the same number, and the number hit straight or something, and they got like $2,000 each. Now, that's big back in the 80s. Not $2,000 each is a lot of money, right? Listen. They like, yo, we going to Seafood Shanty. So me, John Wash, all two of my other two brothers, my stepdad, my mom, and I think my cousin, my cousin Michelle, we went. So it's a bunch of kids and it's all these grown-ups, right? So we go to Seafood Shanty. By happenstance, see, my dumb ass never learns. By happenstance, I happen to be looking at the Three Stooges. That was my shit back in the day, the Three Stooges. Yo, I'm watching the Three Stooges. I forgot what episode it was, but Shemp was my favorite Three Stooges. He was like, I want linguine and clam sauce. I'm like, damn, in my head, I said, because I watched it, I said, I'm going to get linguine and clam sauce in my head. Still, don't learn anything, right? When they brought the linguine and clam sauce out on the Three Stooges, it was regular spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? So my household was black, so we never ate spaghetti like it looked it on the box or like on TV. Y'all remember back in the day, you would see the spaghetti and the spaghetti would just be spaghetti, and then there'd be the sauce on top with a couple of meatballs, and like, you know, it wouldn't be all mixed up. Like, you know, black spaghetti, you mix everything up. And I'm like, damn, I want to taste this type of spaghetti, the real Italian type. You know what I'm saying? And it shows how impressionable kids are with what they hear on TV. Just like the old country, just like Italian. You know what I'm saying? You thinking that's how it usually is. We get in there, right? Listen. I see linguine and clam sauce on the Seafood Shanty thing. What y'all ordering? Now, seafood is very particular back in the day in my house. When we was kids, we could only get shrimp, and you could only get the fried shrimp and the little shrimp because they cheap. You couldn't get no steamed shrimp. You couldn't get no peel and eat shrimp with the cocktail sauce. All expensive shrimp you couldn't get. You could get them little ass raggedy, I call that shit shake. Them shake shrimp. You know what I mean? Them little tiny ass breaded shrimps. That's the only shrimps we could get. Now, when I got about 13, 14, I could start getting, you know, steamed shrimp. You know what I'm saying? But it was like a treat, like once in a while. So anytime we went somewhere seafood, John Wash automatically watching the money, and he automatically watching what we get. We go in there, my brother, he don't know how to say shrimp, so he say scrimps. I want scrimps, because I said in the car, he's like, what you getting? I said, I'm getting shrimps. So I already knew he was trying to copy off of me. I went scrimps. He said it real fast, before I could say it, because we had this thing going where I'm like, yo, you only said that because you heard me say it. So he caught on, so he tried to say it first, so now I can't order shrimp. But I wasn't going to order it anyway. I look on the thing, I got the menu, I feel independent. He gave me my own menu. Stevie, get whatever you want, make sure you eat it. I opened the thing, I got independence. I opened the damn menu. Remember, the menu was long and shit and laminated. My eyes immediately go to it. Boom. It lights up like the heavens open. Ah! Linguine and clam sauce right there. It was a sign from God. Go around the thing. I'm looking at the men. They're looking at the menu and they're doing like this while they're looking at the menu. So I start doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it too. I'm rubbing my fucking face like a dumbass. Food come. Well, the waiter come. What do you want? Everybody order. And you, sir? He called me sir. You couldn't tell me I was in the man. Yo, you could not tell me I wasn't on the level of my granddad and them. I'm like, yo. I ain't say yo. I was like, yes. I could hear my mom laughing because she hating. I said, I'll take the linguine and clam sauce. John Watts did just like this. He said, and he was about to say, and I seen Bunny grab him and said no. So Bunny saved me. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, look at him hating. Like my granddad, I'm like, look at him hating. He mad because he ain't get it. I don't know what the fuck linguine and clam sauce is, y'all. I'm thinking it's spaghetti with meatballs, and the meatballs look like clams. They was calling the meatballs. I'm thinking it's spaghetti meatballs. And then on top of that, the shit comes. Because I don't eat clams back in the day. I hated clams. I hate the way they smell, everything. Yuck. And it was canned clam sauce, that clam shit. And they had was real chunky pieces of that raggedy clam nobody want to eat, that rubbery bullshit. And then it wasn't red sauce. It was that white creamy sauce. Ah! They put that shit in front of my face. Here you go, sir, linguine and clam sauce. He put that shit down. I looked at that shit. I immediately, because we all trained as kids, I'm like, and I could smell the brininess and that nasty smell. My mom ain't shit. She say, you gonna eat that, Stevie? She already know. She already know I ain't gonna eat it. Oh, you gonna eat that? That stinks. It smelled like so briny and like salt watery and clammy. Like that. I was sniffing it and like my throat was like gagging, like about to throw up. And it was creamy and shit. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I cut my eye. John Wash grabs my fork from across the table. Look how he was. I was sitting right across from him. It's me, my mom, and then my stepdad here because we just sat down in different spots. So Bunny's over here, John Wash right across from me. Look what my granddad did. See, you know your kids. You know what I'm saying? He did just like this. You remember they had the little silverwares and they have them in that napkin thing. You know, the real cloth napkin? He did just like this. I'm looking at the food. This is all you see. Y'all are me, and I'm John Watts. He comes across, he grabs my thing, he just opens it. All the silverwares fall out. He picks up the fork, and then I look at him. This is him. He's digging in my spaghetti, and he's stirring it around. He's mixing it up. And I could smell that shit going in my... Because everybody said it was stinking. You know what I'm saying? And I could smell it. So he's stirring it up. And the whole time I'm looking at his face and he's like this. Then he sticks the fork in there and he grabs a piece of the meaty clamness. The clamness, yuck. He twists it up like Lady and the Tramp. Remember the spaghetti toured around the thing and he picked it up. And he said, open your goddamn pie hole. Linguine and clam sauce. You don't even know what the hell it is. Open your mouth. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my mom, and I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my stepdad. I open my mouth, and I try to grab it from him, and he sticks it in my mouth. I don't know if it was my imagination or not, but when that shit got to my nose, that funk from that seafood, that shit went up my nose, I closed my mouth. And I'll never forget it. As I was chewing, I could smell it like coming out of my nose. And it was messed up. So anyway, listen, I was forced to eat it. I got to about 4 or 5 things and then I got sick, like really sick. Come to find out the motherfucking seafood the clams was bad. And I got food poisoning right there at the fucking table. John Wash took me to the bathroom because he thought I was faking. I'm throwing up and he's busting my ass. And then when he seen I wasn't trying to like stop him from fucking me up, he knew I was really sick. He took me out, sat me down, gave me a bunch of water. He went back there where the manager was at and was arguing and saying some stuff to him, I guess showing his dissatisfaction. They gave us all the food for free. They was happy as hell. I never ate. I was in the car in a cold sweat. In the back of the car, laying down. It was in the wintertime. I was hot as hell. I took it was snow outside. I took my bubble goose off and I had it on my face in the car. And I was laid up against the cold ass window sweating. I had food poisoning like a motherfucker. And they was all happy because they didn't have to pay for the food. And they clowned my ass the whole way home. I was so sick, I didn't even give a fuck about being embarrassed. I just laid there looking stupid. Barely hanging on to being a flat line after getting my ass beat for throwing up. Doing a human response. So anyway, I survived. But ever since that, I have never ate that shit again. I never ate that, man. Yo, he would beat my ass. I was just laying there like, ugh, yeah. I was screaming, fuck it. You know what I mean? Killed. I'm dead already. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I got 2 more stories. I will say them for next week. I gotta tell you the liver and onion story. I gotta tell you that. When I was young, I hated liver. Right? I'm gonna tell you 3 things I hated when I was young. I hated fried clams. Ugh. I hated liver. And I hated salmon croquettes. Yuck. And I mean, I eat salmon now. I'm not a salmon fan, but like I can eat salmon croquettes now because I know now you clean them spine bones out. Bunny didn't do that. She just opened the can and bread that shit and cook it. Yuck. You know what I'm saying? But those are the 3 things. You can kill me. I'm not eating that shit. Now, liver is my shit. I love liver. I just don't eat it now because don't know how to eat it. You know what I mean? But if I go out somewhere, I get it. So anyway, right? We younger. I remember I was in Davis School. Shout out H.H. Davis in Camden, New Jersey, East Side. I was in 4th grade. A lot of shit happened when I was in 4th grade because I remember I used to be able to go home for lunch and they would take me to McDonald's and bring me back to school. I was spoiled. Anyway, right? So I was in 4th grade, so I can't remember how old it was, but I was in 4th grade. Bunny, my grandmom, had an asthma attack. Now, my grandmom had an asthma attack, so she was bedridden. I remember this is the first time I ever seen her have an asthma attack. I was scared. She had an asthma attack. They took her to the hospital. She was there for a day and a half. They brought her home. She was in the house, and like she had this machine where she would just breathe out of this machine and smoke would come out. I thought it was cool. So she would have to get on this machine all the time, and she just laid upstairs. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna show you how women is important to the development of a young man. Now my grandmom, was like my best friend, and she was like, my mom. And my granddad was like my dad. They raised me. When Bunny was out of order, the whole fucking house was fucked up. I mean, the whole house, it was out of order. The whole house. John Wash was out of order. I ain't know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't talk to John Wash like that because when he talk your head off and you can't get too friendly with him because they'll bust your shit. You never know when, you know what I'm saying? You said the wrong thing. So anyway, right? Sitting up there and she has this asthma attack. So she's gone for a day and a half. She comes back home. I'm trying to help her and do everything because he's like, anything she need, ask. So Bunny's staying upstairs. Bunny thought she was slick. Bunny was milking it. I bust up in the room one day. Bunny, the same day, Bunny act like when he brought upstairs, she just let me rest. Bunny asked me to make tea. This is when we didn't have microwaves back then. So, we had to make the tea kettle and then put the tea in the bag. I'm bringing the tea upstairs. John Washington left because he dropped her off and then he went back to work. John Watts wasn't gone like 15 minutes. Bunny acting like she was sick and, I just got back from the hospital. Bunny done cut the hospital thing off. She on the phone upstairs talking to the neighbor across the street, smoking a cigarette out the damn window with her clothes on and acting like nothing ever happened. Oh, Bunny. Oh, she was faking it. But anyway, she's like, yo, don't say nothing. She said, because when I left, when I was sick, he didn't even clean the house up. So he's going to clean. When he clean the house up, I'll get up. So don't tell him I'm sick, not sick. And like, she'd be like, yo, watch what he do. So me, I'm a little kid. I'm like, okay, I'll watch what he do. As John Watts left, right? And I remember this because he would get off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. She said, John Watts, she said, Johnny, stop by. I forgot the name of this place on Federal Street. It was like an Italian market. I remember telling y'all about the Italian sausage thing, and John Watts got mad at the Italian guy for telling Bunny to get the Italian sausage. This is the same place. So the Italian sausage thing happened already, so John Watts refuses to go in the man's store. So watch this. John Watts calls from his break. What you want me to get? She said, get liver and onions. He said, okay, yeah, I want liver and onions, because she make it for him and she would eat it. Now me, I have a special diet when they make liver and onions. Basically, I can eat cereal, I can eat whatever I want. I don't have to eat that. And you know, John Watts knew that I didn't have to eat it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, he know people don't like liver. It's a quiet taste. So I was never required to eat it, but I just had a different, thing. John Watts comes home. I see he got this white box in his hand, and I'm like, yo, that's not butcher paper. So I'm like, where did he go? Like a dumbass. Remember, I'm still a little kid. I'm still trying to learn how to be respectful to adults and not know when I'm saying too much to get fucked up. I open the door like a dumbass. Hey, Dad. Where's the butcher paper? He say, he walking. He looking at me. That box says Mr. Meats on it. He want the Mr. Meats. Listen, Mr. Meats used to sell wholesale meat. Now, I don't know if y'all ever been to some of these places where they get wholesale meat. A lot of times the fat don't be trimmed. They have hair on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not processed. John Watts brought back a whole damn cow. He didn't buy calf's liver. He bought the full-grown cow liver. He got this thing in a box. Come in the house, it's frozen. He throws the whole thing in the, you put it in water in the sink, and he's throwing it out. I'm looking at the shit, and it's not that purplish red like that liver looked like. It got like this gray film on it, like it was covered in plastic. I don't know if y'all ever seen people like that buy liver. Like sometimes if you don't buy it packaged and you buy it like a big bulk piece, it has a film on it that you gotta cut under and you gotta peel that off. Like, like when the liver's in your body, it ain't soft like it is. It's a membrane over it. It had the membrane on top of it. John Watts didn't even know. John Watts trying to cut the shit, and he like, damn, this is hard to cut. I think it's still frozen. John Watts don't be cooking like that. Bunny be the one cooking. So I keep going upstairs. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, cause she heard me say Mr. Meat. She's like, why'd he go to Mr. Meat? Cause we never went to Mr. Meat's. She said, why he go to Mr. Meat's? I said, he said his liver. She got mad immediately. She started putting the clothes on. Then she said, you know what? Like putting her bathrobe on. She's like, you know what? She was like, don't come up here. Just tell me what he's doing, and then go back downstairs. So I go downstairs. I'm watching him. He cutting the stuff, right? When he cutting the stuff, it's like real hard to cut. So now I said to him, I said, is that plastic? And I stuck my finger out to touch it. Yo, he slapped my hand. So I think he was stressing because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, but he's trying to look like he know what he's doing. He slapped my hand so hard that my finger hit the thing and almost broke. I was like, so he dislocated my finger. I'm like, that shook my hand. And I'm like, he's like, Steve, I didn't mean to hurt you. But like, he was embarrassed. Like motherfuckers be embarrassed. So now I'm like, all right, now I got an attitude. I'm a little kid. I don't understand. All I know is he hit me and I'm mad. I go upstairs. I'm like, he hit my hand. And she's like, what did you do? Was you near a knife? I said, no, I was just pointing. I said, it got some like white skin on it or something. She was like, white skin? What are you talking about? So she says, well, tell him that you're not eating that, and I'll make something for you later on. I go downstairs. Like a dumbass again. I don't know how to word the shit right. I'm still holding my hand like a dumbass because he almost broke it. Dad, Mom said, don't make nothing for me. I'm gonna get. He was sweaty as fuck. He was sweaty as hell because the meat was hard to cut. He was getting mad because he had to do this shit. He dropped the knife and did just like this. And he leaned into me hard as hell. I paid $12 for this shit. You're eating it. You're old enough to know that things cost money. You're going to start eating what we eat around here, especially when I'm cooking. You understand? Yes, sir. Now get out my goddamn face. I got out of this goddamn face. I left. I go in there and start watching Ultraman. That was my shit back in the day. Remember Ultraman? I'm watching Ultraman. I'm watching that. He start cooking. Mad smoke start coming out the motherfucking kitchen. Where you cook with cast iron. My frogs are going off. Give me a second. When you get too loud, they start hating. They'll stop in a second. Hey, come on. Oh, God damn it. Okay, now we can go back to what we were saying. When I get too loud, they do that shit, hating. So anyway, smoke start coming out the kitchen. I mean, white smoke, thick ass white smoke. We had a fire alarm up there near the closet. It start going off, beep, 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 beep. Stevie, do you hear the goddamn fire alarm going off? Cut it off. Your grandmom's upstairs sleeping. I can't reach it because it was way up in the air. I can't reach it. He said, take a coat and wing it around like this, and it'll stop. First of all, it was so much smoke in there. If I'm winging, the smoke is not, it's just smoke in there. You don't, John Watts don't even know, right? Listen. We wind up opening the door. This motherfucker comes in there with this liver he done cooked. He's so embarrassed and he don't want Bunny to wake up and make it look like he needs her, that he just embarrassed himself. Like, I don't know why men do that. Like, we gotta prove something. We all do that. We gotta prove something. So we'll look stupid, knowing we looking stupid just to prove we can do something, even if we half-ass do it. That motherfucker came in there. He said, Stevie. I saw his black ass hand through the white smoke. Stevie, come here. I'm coughing. He get mad at me for coughing. Oh, it ain't that bad. He grabbed my face. Oh, it ain't that bad. Oh, you act like it's a house fire or something. Stop it, all that smoke. It ain't even, I couldn't hardly see him. He came out the smoke. His glasses was fogged the fuck up. And he's talking to me, and I can't even see anything on his eyes. And he's looking at me, and he got this plate, and that shit was burnt to be damn. Stevie, come on. Take a little piece. Open your mouth. He grabbing it with his hand. It's hot. Open your mouth. I grab it because I see he gonna throw that shit in my mouth. That hot ass burnt up shit. So I bite it, and I'm like, yeah, that shit crumbled like dirt in my. It was fried so hard that shit crumbled like dirt in my mouth. And you know, liver has a minerally taste. That shit tasted like I was chewing up a Centrum multivitamin, like just chewing it up. I was like, God damn, who the fuck eats this? So he's like, how is it? See, I'm learning my lesson. It's good. You're a goddamn lie. It's awful. I burned it up. You can't even tell the truth. But if I told the truth, you would have made me eat shit. So anyway, right? Bunny comes downstairs. Why are you screaming and why is the house full of smoke, Johnny? She was like, I just had an asthma attack and you got smoke in here. Bunny, I'm trying the best and doing the best I can. Now, I understand that you run the house and you run the kitchen, but for you to sit up here and act like I'm not trying, I am trying. She said, okay, Johnny. She said, get out the way, open the doors, Stevie, open the windows, cut the air conditioner on, and open the back window and blow all the stuff. Yo, in like 5 minutes, when we open that shit, all the white smoke just said, right out the house. Bunny came downstairs. She was like, Johnny, you got the membrane on the thing. I told you to go to the thing. Sal, the Italian dude, Sal knows how I get my meat. I go there all the time. Why'd you go to Mr. Meats? I was getting off of Mount Ephraim Avenue. It was right there. It was there. I didn't feel like stuff. She said, this is why you don't go there. Johnny, you make the work harder for me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, John Watts crazy. This motherfucker burnt up the damn shit. So we had to eat pizza that night, and John Watts was mad because he hate pizza. You know what I'm saying? We were having a pizza and shit. Motherfucker smoked the house up. But the reason why I brought this story up, the house, that's whatever that membrane was when it was burning. I don't know if he had the pot too hot or he didn't put grease in the pot. Because Buddy said he didn't put no grease in, you know, he put oil in the pan. Said John Watts put it in there like it was a steak, like it was going to make his own fat. So the shit burnt up. Buddy had to throw the whole cast iron pan out. He said he didn't put no grease in the fucking thing. As I got older, the story's funny because I know now you're supposed to put grease in there. John Watts, he would always, anytime Bunny would like say something, and he would feel like he was getting like demeaned or he was shrinking, he would always bring up Vietnam and he would bring up war and bring it up being a veteran. Four wars, count them. He was only in 2. He kept saying, I was in 4 wars, count. Yo, he would do that shit no matter what. He would bring that shit up. Some of the stuff I seen to make your stomach turn. And here you are sitting up here arguing. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with the price of eggs. Go out there in the bush against the Viet Cong. See how you last. Then we'll see who knows what they're doing. You wish I was around. John Watts and Bunny would argue. This is when you learn you can't match the energy of the emotion of a woman. We cannot beat y'all in arguing. We can't. We cannot. I mean, I don't know why we even try. And I'm just now realizing at 50-something years old, I'm like, I cannot win. You know what I'm saying? And like, its program is in the buck. But damn, we can't win, man. We cannot win. You see, I said in the video, these motherfuckers matching these women's energy emotionally. You're not going to win. That's like them trying to match us physically. They're not going to win. See what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. God made it, you know, to where both men and women are fixers in one way, shape, or form. A man is a fixer outside of himself. A woman is a fixer on the inside. You know what I mean? For both herself, those around her, her children, and the the man she with. And the quicker we figure this out, the better off we'll be. Anyway, man, listen, I'm going to get up off of here, man. Damn, we almost ran this thing to an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? But, man, I appreciate y'all. I'll finish these John Watts stories next week. I got 1, 2, 3 stories I didn't tell y'all. But I had to tell y'all that car story because that shit had me hot. Man, I ain't never got a chance to vent. So I appreciate y'all listening to me. I'm going to have Tegan come in here, my daughter, and send us out. Tegan Lee! Tony, send Tegan in here. Oh, boom, just like clockwork. Oh, she got her hair done. You can't tell her nothing. Look at this. Look at this. Go ahead.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Okay. All right. Guys, I appreciate you as always, man. You know, I'll be here tomorrow. We'll drop some more videos. And I appreciate you guys spending time with me. I'm getting tired. You can see it. But I hope you enjoyed the stories, man. It was good to look back and think and laugh and stuff that reminds us of when times were simpler and better. I see you guys. Thank you so much, as always.